I'm Pam Heller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert.
And I'm Erica Botker, AccuQuilt's creativity expert.
The Go Love My Llama Throw Quilt is a fast, easy, fun, and whimsical project. For this project, you will need the Go Llama Die, the Mix and Match 8-inch cube, and its companion set angles. If you're not familiar with our cube system, check out our videos on YouTube, Facebook, or on the AccuQuilt website.
That's right, so let's cut some llamas. You'll need to pre-fuse your fabric. Go ahead and just fuse it on the back. This is a great die to use up scraps. Now the Go Llama die has two distinct shapes. Pam, we got the die over there.
Yes, we have our llama.
And the saddle or blanket. Now both shapes would be difficult and time consuming to cut perfectly by hand, but with this you can cut up to 4 layers of pre-fused fabric on any of our Go cutters.
That's right. So it's on a 5x10 die board, Erica. We want to make sure that we use a 5x10 mat.
Yep.
And like you said, it's going to fit through all of our cutters, including that Go Me.
That's right.
So let's lay our pre-fused fabric down and cut some llamas. All right, we're going to give it a little love. We're going to slide, don't lift. And look at this, Erica.
There we go.
How perfect is that?
Oh, I love it.
And I'm going to save the rest of my pre-fused fabric.
Absolutely.
So that I could cut additional saddles if I wanted to. The Go Llama die also comes with 3 free downloadable embroidery stitches, the satin stitch, motif, and the blanket stitch. There are also some really fun for-purchase embroidery files on the AccuQuilt website. You want to check those out.
For this project, you'll need a total of 6 different blocks. Now, the first is the llama block.
Look at how fun this
So
is going to be.
this is so fun. So this block gives the illusion of llamas on the peaks of the mountains. So the llama would sit right here.
We're going to put him right here.
Right there. So for this block, we're going to need shapes 4 and 5 from our 8-inch cube. So that's the 4 is the quarter square triangle.
Right. And then the sides here are shape number 5 are half square triangles.
Right.
We've already cut our green shapes.
Yep, so we've got our green shapes cut already.
So let's lay out our fabric on our shapes 4 and 5 and cut the white
Fantastic.
blocks.
All right, so here is that's our shape 5. That's our small half square triangle.
Correct.
And then here is our quarter square triangle. We can go ahead and cut lots of those out.
Perfect.
All at once.
All right, Erica, since we're going to use our Go Big today, we can cut 2 dies in one pass. So we'll need 2 6x6 dies.
There you go. You most certainly will, because nothing happens without a mat.
All right. We're going to give these mats a little love. We're going to slide, don't lift. That way it's not going to stick to the mat. All right, Miss Erica, so we're going to put the half square triangles here in the corner. Look, we've cut off the dog ears. It's going to sew perfectly from end to end.
Yes.
And then in the center, we're going to put that quarter square triangle.
Okay.
All righty, so I will let you sew those together.
I'm going to start with the 2 end pieces.
And how would you like me to press those seams,
I would
Erica?
like you to press those open for me, please.
Excellent.
Okay, so you can see those pieces lined up just perfectly. You can go ahead and press that open. And this is the way we don't typically think about using our quarter square triangles, but it's such a great way to use those shapes.
It is, and it creates those fun little mountain peaks. Look at how great that is.
So there's our mountains.
Take our little pieces off. And then for the top, we have already cut our 6.5 by 8.5 inch rectangle. And you'd sew those 2 together and make mountain blocks.
That's fantastic.
All right, for the Love My Llama Throw Quilt, we have a variety of other blocks made with our cube and companion set angles. So here's a sample of some of these other blocks, and let's show you what dies we use to make them.
All right, we're going to start with this one, and again, companion angles. So this is our kite shape, and this is our triangle in the square center.
Right, and this is called the quilty block, and we use shapes 13 and 15. All right, the next block we have is the trapezoid shape, which is right here. And what companion set would we find those?
So that's going to be shape 16 in our companion set angles. And again, we're working with the 8-inch side.
Here's shape 5, and here's shape 3 from the Mix and Match cube.
That's right.
Look at how fun that is.
Now here's our next block, and this one's again going to use shapes from our Mix and Match cube. So here we've got the rectangle, which is shape 8.
Right.
And we've got flying geese on either end. So that's our quarter square triangle, just like we used to make the mountains, and the small half square triangle on either side. Pam, you want to tell them about your favorite block there in the middle?
It is. I love it. This is called our square on point block, and this block is actually called the square on point tower.
Okay.
It's going to use shape number 6 and shape number 5 for those corners. And look how perfect that turned out.
Now for the next one, we're going to go back to our companion set angles, and here's our triangle in a square center that we saw with that first block, but here we've got the sides on it as well.
Right, and this is called the split diamond block. To finish it off, you're going to need rectangles, which are shape number 8 from the cube.
Fantastic. Okay, here is our last block.
And isn't it so fun to see all the different blocks you can make with the cube?
It really is.
Now this is called our wings block, and we again used our companion set angles, and we used shapes 14, which are the triangle and the square sides, and this is our kite shape.
I love it. So again, we're using the kite shape just in a different way than we did with that first block.
Right. To complete the Go Love My Llama Throw Quilt, follow the pattern to add sashing and borders. Once the quilt top is complete, layer the top, batting, and backing, pin or baste, and quilt as desired. Be sure and use your favorite binding method to complete your quilt.
That's right. And be sure to share your finished projects with us on all our social media platforms, because at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time
So you can quilt more.